Hello everybody, Steven here with Cardboard Coalition, and today I'm coming back to you guys with another crowdfunding video about Zombicide Deceased. I have notes for all the stuff that's gone on since the launch that happened Tuesday. I think I put a video out on Monday talking about it, then the launch came on Tuesday. So this is everything up till now. What are we looking at? We're looking at 11:26 a.m. Western time. We're in the West. Yeehaw. Right? I'm on the West Coast. West Coast time, right? Pacific time. So I want to go through it this way. I have some notes off to the side. You might see me looking off to the side. First, the game launched. Let's talk about that. So the game launched and there's 11 days to go. We're 6 days in, if I remember right. They obviously hit their goal was 300,000. They're at 858,000, almost 859,000. Not as big as some of the other ones, but we'll kind of get into that here in a little bit. So what I want to do, and excuse my scrolling here, so hopefully I don't get you guys sick. I want to go through what the updates were and then come back and look at everything that came out. Well, why don't we do this? Before we do the week in review, let's look at all the stretch goals that have come up so far. And we're going to do that. There's going to show some there. They have a couple spots where they show them, but I want to go down here, videos, painted minis. There's lots of cool things to check out on here. Let's start out with the daily snap. So what the daily snap is every day they're going to release a miniature. I think it's always been a miniature. Maybe sometimes there might be a card or something, but it's all game related. So the daily snap, we got Jimmy Olsen here giving us some information. Every day around noon, that's Pacific Coast time. Is it East Coast? Eastern Standard Time. I think that's what it is. I don't know. My brain, every time I go on camera, my brain doesn't want to work right. If you guys haven't been able to tell. Anyways, so every day around noon, for us over here on the West Coast, it's about 9 o'clock. They do these little daily snaps. So let's go ahead and look at it. Day one, we got Mara. I thought it was Mara, but Mara. They're probably right, and I'm wrong. Right, as a bystander, which is interesting, not a hero, but a bystander. But remember, bystanders do give you powers and help you out. This one I was really excited about. Day two, we got Red Tornado as a hero. Oops, we don't want that to roll. We want this to roll. Day three, we ended up getting Mr. Terrific right there. So we got Mr. Terrific as, a bystander, which once again, a little shocking. He's not a hero, but remember, he adds to the hero. Then we have Vicky Vale as a bystander. Vicky Vale makes sense as a bystander. She's a news reporter. I heard she helps you find equipment and stuff. She helps you search things out because she's a reporter, right? Then we have Ravager. This is the daughter of Deathstroke as a hero. Keep that in mind for later on when we talk about some other things. But there's her hero. And with these, they come with figure and card, right? Some say figure and ID card. That's because it's a playable hero. When it says figure and card, that's a card, so you might draw them up. All right, so then for day 6, which is today, Sunday, as I'm recording, right, was Kid Flash as a hero. So you get the hero and the ID card. Oops, that keeps wanting to scroll over there. All right, then the other thing I wanted to run through really quick for you guys is stretch goals. What did we hit? I'm not going to read the amount that we hit them at, but I will go through each person if I can get it to scroll this side. All right, so we get Blue Beetle, which Reswan and I just actually watched Blue Beetle last night, and she kind of liked it. Booster Gold. We have Steel. Sorry, let's go back. Blue Beetle as a superhero or hero. Booster Gold is a hero, superhero. Steel as a zombie hero. Wonder Girl as a superhero. Fire as a zombie hero. And you notice you're going to get their cards with them too, and ID card and spawn card. If they're a zombie, they're going to have a spawn card. But if I remember right, a lot of times they're going to give a hero card with them too. We'll see as the campaign goes on. We're almost halfway through the campaign. I think it said 11 days to go. So then we have Aquaman as a superhero. Remember, we had Aquaman as a zombie. So Aquaman is a superhero. Ice is a superhero. I kind of remember Fire and Ice. I don't remember them that well. Then we have Static Shock as a hero. We have Miss Martian as a hero. That's Martian Manhunter, I believe his daughter. Then we have Black Manta as a zombie. We have Dead Man as a hero. It's kind of hard. Well, I guess he's a ghost, right? He like possesses. I told you words don't come to me when I'm doing videos. He possesses people. So he's kind of a ghost. I don't remember the problems. I just read a story arc with him about dreams. But anyway, so Dead Man is a superhero. Wonder Woman is a zombie. This is something you can watch. If you haven't, if you didn't back the Marvel Zombies one, you might not see this. What they did was, for the vast majority, I would think like 90, high 90 something %, they gave you the hero and the zombie, or the zombie and then later on the hero. So just keep an eye out for that. So there is Wonder Woman as a zombie. Whoopsie. Then we have Black Adam as a hero. Captain Atom is a hero. Penguin as a zombie. The Question as a hero. Green Canary. So this is Black Canary with the Green Lantern ring. She gets Green Lantern's ring. In the story, he gets snuffed pretty quick, and she gets Green Lantern's ring. I don't know why I'm tapping on my wedding ring, but you know. All right, so Green Canary as a zombie. Power Girl as a superhero. And then we have Red Robin. This is the Tim Drake Robin as a zombie. They haven't unlocked it yet. That's why it's gray like that. It'll go into color when they've unlocked it. They're looking for 880,000. I think they're at 850, probably 9 at this point with us talking. But one thing I will tell you guys, I've learned this with maybe 2-3 years now of kicking back starters pretty regularly. I need to start to make this whole video thing a business and get some of this money back. But regularly, for 2-3 years now, I'm pretty sure, at least one since Rezwan and I, a little bit after we started talking. So maybe about 2.5, 3 years. But one thing that I noticed is what's going to happen is not good companies who've been in the game for a long time. Not saying CMON's good or bad. I back a lot of CMON stuff. But what they'll end up doing is they know what they're going to give you. For the most part, they know what they're going to give you. And so they'll adjust these prices, right? The bump in prices accordingly to try to get you everything that they're already planning on giving you anyway. So we'll talk about that a little bit here when we talk about price. All right. So then I want to go down here, and this also you're going to see me look off to the side, and that's because the review video, we're going to go over that really quick. So let's skip this. I guess it's kind of a hint for you guys. You guys already saw it. But let's jump into the Unkillables right here. It's going to be a $45 expansion. This was the first one that kind of popped up. It's going to be a $45 expansion. It's a hero expansion. That's it. So a large hero box is kind of what it's designed to be. But it has some cool things in there. This is where you're going to see me kind of look off to the side. So you have Unkillables. It's going to add, I don't know, 3? This is 4. This is what number 4 looks like. 4 missions, right? It's going to have, for the superheroes, it's going to have Creeper is an interesting hero. It's got Deathstroke, Lady Shiva. I'm reading over here and then trying to find him. Lady Shiva, Cheetah, Solomon Grundy. Where are my cheetahs? Solomon Grundy, Deadshot, and who is that? I don't have her written down. I believe that's the Huntress right there. I know who that is. That's not the Huntress. That's Mary Marvel. That is Mary Marvel. I know I haven't written her down. You guys will find out for a minute. So Cheetah, that's Mary Marvel. All right. So for the zombie soups, you have Captain Cold, right? You have Bane, Captain Cold and Bane. You have Mirror Master, which is really a cool zombie. They were talking about it in the week in review. But there's zombie or Mirror Master. Then there's Ravager as a zombie. Remember I showed you guys that there's Ravager as a superhero. Here's Ravager as a super zombie, zombie hero, however you want to go about it. All right. Then you have some bystanders, and this is why I forgot who that is there and who that is. Because as bystanders, the first one, let's talk about Mary Batson, right? And Mary Batson is Billy Batson's sister. If you don't know this, I'll try to do it really quick. You've maybe have seen the Shazam movies, but Billy Batson's sister, she gets powers and can become a Shazam too, right? So you got Mary Marvel as, or Mary Batson, right? She can call down some thunder and help the hero out. Remember, the bystanders can help the heroes out. But if while playing, one of the heroes in the game dies, so let's say we're playing with these 6 characters, and for whatever reason, who do we want to kill? Grundy, because I just don't think Grundy would go out. Grundy's strong. But Solomon Grundy goes out, that plant-based fool. Mary Batson, if she's found, can turn into Mary Marvel. And then you play as Mary Marvel, right? So that's kind of cool. You have Mary Marvel, Mary Batson can turn Mary Marvel. And then the other bystander that you have down here is Vandal Savage. He can do some things too, but he also doesn't care who dies as long as he lives. He's just immortal. All right, so with this you have equipment cards. I can't see, I don't know the back of the cards enough. I think that's the equipment cards right down there. You have equipment cards. What do we have for equipment cards? We have, or at least this is what they said in the live stream, Captain Cold's gun. I put Captain Cold's in my note. Captain Cold's gun, the Inertian sword, Deathstroke's cannon, and Venom. Not from the Marvel movies, but that's what makes Bane big. If you don't know, if you know, you know. But it's Venom, right? You get those as equipment cards. All right. And then the other thing they released, but they talked about this in the week in review, is Gotham Knights. All right, I got to scroll my stuff up here. I got so many notes down here. All right, Gotham Knights. Let me see if I can slide this all the way up. I didn't have to scroll some more. All right, so Gotham Knights. What we get in Gotham Knights, this is a big box expansion, right? It's a $60, no, move here, $60 big box expansion. So I'm going to scroll down for a second, scroll back up so we can go through things. So a $60 big box expansion. All right, so in this, what we got, oh, and it's not exclusive. This isn't a Kickstarter exclusive. If this is your first time with Kickstarters, you'll usually see a little green thing that says something like Kickstarter exclusive. Sometimes it's different colors. A lot of times they make it green and white like the Kickstarter colors. And it'll say Kickstarter exclusive or KS exclusive. This is not. This is not a Kickstarter exclusive. You'll be able to buy this in stores later on. What you do get if you buy, oh, I was just talking about the Kickstarter exclusive, or they have the K exclusive, and this is in yellow and black just to prove me wrong. That's my life. All right, so anyways, the Gotham Knights you're going to be able to buy outside of the Kickstarter, right? But you get extras if you buy it in the Kickstarter. All right, so let's go through this. Heroes or supers that we get. We get Batgirl. This is Cassandra Cain as Batgirl. We get Nightwing. We get Spoiler. It's sad that I could probably do all these on my own. You get Damon Wayne. All right, this is Robin, but Damon Wayne, Batman's son. Then you have Red Hood and you have Catwoman, right? Those are the supers that you get. Then, or superheroes, we'll do it that way. The super zombies. Let's see, Talon. You get Talon as a super zombie. You get Huntress as a super zombie. You get Batwoman as a super zombie. This is Kate Kane as Batwoman. And then you get Batman as a super zombie. Now, there's a lot more that you get in this game. So, you get a new zombie type. I'm looking at my notes really quick. I did do zombies type before bystanders, so let's scroll down a little bit. 2 different sculpts. They look like runners. They're kind of like runners. This is what they had said. So, new zombie type, they're Talons, right? If I go back up here, where is he? Oh, he's right here. This is Talon. Court of the Owls is a story arc in DC. It's actually a really good Batman story arc. Court of the Owls, underground organization. This is Cobb. Did I write his name? William Cobb. I was going to say, I just remember Cobb. This is William Cobb. He's like the best of the Talons. So he's kind of a superhero. But these are just Talon soldiers, which are like high-speed ninjas that are always reanimated, right? So your zombie type, your new zombie type in this box is the Talons, right? And they had brought this up a couple times. They're going to refer to walkers, runners, and brutes as zombie horde and any special type zombie. And then these are superhero zombies or super zombies, right? But anyways, back to this. The new type of zombie is Talons. They are like runners, but stealthy. So what they had mentioned in the video is that they'll like pop out of the shadows, which I kind of like. It's one of the things I like about in the main box we talked about in the last video. Hawkman will come down and like pluck you up. That's cool, kind of pop out of nowhere. From the sounds of it, these guys pop out of nowhere and kind of grab you. All right. So then let's get into our bystanders. Sorry, I'm scrolling up all my notes here. We're almost done. Bystanders. All right, so let's get into the bystanders. Who do we have here as bystanders? This is going to be really hard for me. Kind of hard for me. Here we go. So you have Oracle right here. That's Barbara Gordon, right? If you don't know, there's a time where Joker does something really bad and she's paralyzed. So she becomes the Oracle. She's like the main go-to for the Bat family. So you have Barbara Gordon as Oracle. Where's my list right there? Then I believe that's Jim Gordon. Yes, that's Jim Gordon right there. He is in here. I'm just maybe mixed up on the sculpts, but that's Jim Gordon. Then you have Alfred Pennyworth, the butler, right? Everyone knows Alfred. Then you also have Lucius Fox. Oh, I did mess it up. There's Jim Gordon. This is Lucius Fox. This is Alfred. Then you have Harvey Bullock, and you have Carmen Falcone. Right, so I'm just going to read the list over here, not in the order that shows them here, because in the video they showed them in different orders, and I tried to write it that way. Dumb Steven. All right, Barbara Gordon is Oracle, Jim Gordon, Alfred Pennyworth, Lucius Fox, Harvey Bullock, and Carmine Falcone. Right, those are your bystanders. Now, you do have equipment in this set too. Like I said, I believe those are the equipment cards. The equipment for this one is smoke canister, grappling gun, utility belt, batarang, huntress's crossbow, and talon blades. So you get more equipment cards, more equipment to find out on the map. And I know I probably said it before, I'll say it again. Equipment's not, if you've played the other Zombicides, it's not like you go in a room and you just search around and you find things. There's specific equipment that will be put out on the map that you can collect up. Now, the last thing about this is the Kickstarter exclusives. So if you get this and back it now. Not that you back it, but you get the Gotham Knights while you're backing the Kickstarter. You will get the Huntress miniature. I don't even have to look over there now. A 3D bat symbol to put out there, and it turns on and off. There's a token, right? So you can turn it on and off. I think in the video they thought it was painted, but you can tell there's a token with color, with a lights out and a lights on the token. But there is that. There's the bat signal, and then there is a Damian Wayne Robin as a zombie, right? So this bat signal will be an interactive token. What did I put over there? Object, interactive object. A lot of times they make it a token. This is gonna be a little 3D thing that you can move around on the board. How those works, you can throw it usually 1 or 2 times, throw it at zombies, do things like that. This one might turn on to get zombies to pay attention, distract zombies. If I remember right, they said something about that as like distracts the zombies, but maybe there's only a couple uses. All right, with all that said, let's go ahead and move this to the top. I'm going to go over here. Excuse the scroll. Hopefully you guys don't get sick. There we go. Let's go ahead and look at the DC stuff. We'll set it kind of right there. That looks good. You guys are like, stop. All right. So, like I said, I'm just going to talk really quick about cost. I think at the end, we're really going to have a better understanding of the cost. But here we go. So all they have right now is the anti-life pledge, which is your base pledge. It gives you just the base game, nothing else. What I guarantee will happen, if you guys are new to Kickstarter, is they will have an all-in for this, and they'll add everything, and they usually add everything into an all-in, and they might have a version in between that, right? So let's look at it. My bet is going to be that this thing's going to end up being somewhere in the $300 to $400 range, right? Because even right now you have Gotham Knights, which is $60, and you have Unkillables, which is $45, which puts it at $205. But when you get the all-in and they do bundles, they discount a little bit, $10, $15, $20, sometimes higher. But for CMONs, it's usually something kind of like that. So right now it's $130 30. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be somewhere around 300 to 400 in total. Let's put a number. We'll say 365. I'll look back at the video maybe and we can guess how close I was. What I base this off is the last 2 Kickstarters. So let's go ahead and look at White Death. This was the last one they had. They're going up. You can say it's priced, but the base game for White Death was 110. But if we go ahead and scroll down, we have the Avalanche Pledge. And that was the all-in. So the Avalanche was the all-in. If you guys can see here, it gives you all the things that they kind of offer. 380. So that ends up being, well, that ends up being 3 times the cost. I don't think this one is going to go 3 times the cost of the base. Yeah, it might go about 3 times the cost of the base, because I said 365. It'll be somewhere close. I don't think it's going to get up to 380. We'll talk about that here in a second. So 380 was their all-in. Then we get over here, we have Marvel Zombies, which is kind of the big competitor with this one. It's a version, it has its extra things, but it's kind of like Marvel Zombies in some ways, at least the hero mode of Marvel Zombies. All right, so the Undead Pledge, that gave you just Marvel Zombies, playing as zombies as the heroes. But the Resistance Pledge was 240, and that was, you get 2 full base games. One that you play as the zombies with humans trying to stop you, the other one you play as humans trying to stop the zombies, right? So it's 240. So let's go off that 240, right? And then go down and see what the all-in is, right? So the all-in, this is the Devourer Pledge, was $615, and that's because it was $180 worth of Galactus fun. If you want to see it, you can check out some, I did an unboxing video. After this video, I'm going to put up another one with all the extra Kickstarters, which we just got in, and expansions. But $615, if you didn't get the Galactus statue, it would have been $430. So once again, a little over 2, not necessarily 3, but over double the cost. So my bet is this is going to be somewhere around 300, 400 by the end of the day. Now, I'll do a talk about money when it gets closer to the end. I'll probably set up a video the Sunday right before it closes on a Tuesday and talk about costs and stuff like that. But remember that you also put in shipping. They haven't given all the shipping on this yet because there's going to be bigger pledges and they'll adjust the shipping. But know that, yes, you can go to a store later on and get this game. You could probably easily find it for about $100, right? $30 off at best. Most stores will give you about 25% off. Wait for a sale, then they'll do 30, 35% off. So I'm going to say about $100. So what is it that you pay extra for in this Kickstarter? It's not a cheaper go. Hasn't been that way. I think I came in right at the end of it, was kind of that way. But after listening to some YouTubers, I realized, and I agree with them, what you're really paying for, if I can scroll down and find it, this is the base game. Sorry for the bleeding stuff. This is what you are paying for with that extra money, right? Paying full price for the game, which we all like to get discounts, but paying full price for the game, and then shipping, which is going to be, who knows, somewhere between $60 and $100, I'm willing to bet, or somewhere in that range, maybe $120. What you're paying for, let's say the $60, what you're paying for is all of these extra things that you're only going to get that are Kickstarter exclusive. See all this stuff? Kickstarter exclusive, Kickstarter exclusive. You're paying for all these extra heroes. So keep that in mind. Oh, and sorry, all the daily snap stuff, right? So keep that in mind. But I'll go more into depth on the cost later. I just wanted to, and hopefully this video is short, I just really wanted to give you guys a news breakdown. I figured the beginning of every week, so Sunday, do a breakdown of what's going on. I always thought that would be helpful instead of having to read all the updates and see everything. Give you guys a breakdown, especially if you haven't backed yet, you're thinking about it, maybe you can check out the channel. So hopefully that was helpful for you guys. I'm Steven with Cardboard Coalition. Help us grow the coalition by liking, commenting, subscribing, hitting the bell notification, and help us grow. Help me be able to keep getting Kickstarters and not have to sit down and say, how am I paying that credit card? Don't worry, I make enough money with my regular job. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.